Hello and welcome back to part 3 of our Goblin King SOVL run on the hardest difficulty. We're doing very well. Where we left off, we're getting to a point now where I'm used to sustaining horrendous casualties when trying to play through with goblins only, but between a mixture of flanking, some hard-hitting things, and allowing some casualties in the mob, then we're actually doing okay. It's a good spread of units. So where we left off, we're just going to defeat the latter half of Act 2. Go through this little random event, see if we get something good. Okay, interesting. All enemy units reroll discipline checks, which is fine. You can kind of break them if you desperately want them to run away. But honestly, I'll be using the magic abilities of the Goblin King a lot anyway, so I think I'd rather just have the gold. I don't think I've ever taken this artifact before. I usually just take the cash. If somebody wants to let me know if that's all, if I've been leaving something incredible on the table and I should have been picking it up a lot, then let me know. Otherwise, yeah, I want the maximum battles for gold down here, because there is something I'll have to deal with later. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink. Okay, this is going to be the hard one. I was worried about this Aolotti here. The one thing we don't deal with particularly well is monsters with high toughness and high wounds. Guess what we're about to come running into. So again, we'll have the spider come up here because we can disregard this. You just be on this side and kind of be back here. There will surely be something for you to shoot at. Get a decent angle on multiple avenues there. And on this side, it's going to be a bit of a headache. Maybe you could distract something while you flank. In the middle. Okay, we'll give it a go. Yeah, this is what. So fast stuff that we have to deal with immediately, and then more worrying. Triceratops, Triceratops, Triceratops. How do I've got to get onto these skirmishes to stop them from constantly bombarding me, but also have to deal with these. Am I fast enough to escape? Not quite. If I twist a little bit and try and I can escape that way, I can get by them and I can still flank them. Perfect. You'll be right there. There's some incidental fire from these Triceratops. They're not the problem. I'm going to effectively be ignoring them for a while because I can't really deal with them directly. Let's see if I can assassinate this unit between all of my shooting, because then it would be great not to have that charged into anything. They've only got 6 wounds, so with a modicum of luck, I could get through them. Yes, I need to do a single one with a bowman. Perfect. That one less, so I don't think I can get around that one. Thick armor on a goblin short bow there. So you're going to deal with this for me. I'm going to have the spider, so you're effectively my only counter to the big nasty thing. So wait for that one to come forward and see what I can shoot. You, I'm very hopeful, can do 1 wound. No, it's got 2 wounds left, okay. Might be slightly harder. Oh, come on, surely that's good enough. It's quite weak, and then I'm going to have you start chipping away at whichever one this one doesn't engage. We'll have these 2 chip away at the other one, and then the one on this side is just going to get ignored. You're out of range of everything because this unit will be intercepted. Don't worry about it, so just remain where you are. That's also less of a concern. Okay, good. Can I get far enough around here to flank one of these, do you think? I don't think I'm in any danger of these coming around to bother me, so I think I can manage it. Like so, I can clearly see them. Yeah, and there's nothing they can do to stop me. It's majority side arc. Perfect. No spells yet. We'll deal with that later. Not going to reach me. A choice. What am I going to do with this? I would get up to power 3, 4 because of the hand weapon, 5 because of the Banner of Fury, and then 6 if I put Primal Fury on a unit. The problem is these are defense 7, so it's still be saving on 3+. So really, the Primal Fury spell would actually do nothing if I try to engage this. And I might just... There's no shooting really apart from you, so maybe I'll go charge this and kill it. Just get rid of the pesky fire lizard so it can't just bombard me to death. Right about there. I'm out of range and I can reach anything I want. Yep. You're firing at the spider. That has a 2-up rerollable save. So if you don't roll double 1, there's only a 1 in 36 chance I take damage from these. That's why I put it here, because I knew I could just tank both of those. I would love for you to be able to reach one of those, but I think it's just too far away. Especially with pesky Triceratops bothering us. And maybe next turn. In that case, just... If I hang out where I am, the problem is that they'll change their target to you, and you're going to start sustaining some nasty damage, so I think we're better off just coming up here now. You will be the primary target for that unit, but fine. I'll take a single volley. Close. Now let's shoot you instead of that one. Fine, lose a couple of goblins. think we're a good stead on the right flank, and we're just going to have to do our best to mill around the left flank and not engage any of these nasty units. Now, if I try and think about this, I can engage this, and then if I'm lucky, they'll then stay there, and I can just take a fight with the pterodactyls and kill those two while I get around these. I think that's okay. I can probably kill it. It's only got, what? It's got 5 wounds. Banner of Fury, Curse Stand. Okay, it should be okay. What happens next is if they stay there and fight me, great. If they stay there, I'm in a lot of trouble because I can't get away. I'm just going to take a lot of damage, but I might as well start killing them. Use Divine Favour on themselves, which is +1 skill and re-roll your saves. That's annoying. It's got equal skill now, but oh well. Pass and see what they do. Alright, you've gotten into an awkward position. I might have to force to take a flank here if I can kind of get around them. We'll see. And they've used Divine Favour on the lizard. Of all things, not this one, which is curious. I think I'm going to use... You'll probably win this on your own. If not, don't worry about it. And then over here, almost certainly want to use it on this one because no backstabbers in the power 3. Going up a power is irrelevant, but the rerolls would be pretty crucial. Maybe one on this combat would be good. And this is what I don't need much, so if I use you to assist this unit, to break them in a turn. I can net that one in play. Oh, they can't move. Great. Yeah, why not? I can finally show off the web ability. I got close enough to an enemy that hadn't moved yet, so now the Triceratops can't move. That one stays in place, that's fine. Do I want to use Curse Stand on this? Probably not. I'll save it for these. So it just stays in there. It still shoots me, but it can't do anything else. They have what, these units left? What I'd like to do, if I'm a bit cheeky, I can just about escape here, which is perfect for me. I can come around, flank the Triceratops. I need to get a little bit more distance here actually to pull that off. Oh, careful. Right, if I just do it a bit further this way, so when I twist back, I'm not so close I'm touching them. I'm not going to be able to escape the wretched skirmishers back there from volleying me, but so be it. They come forward, but I'm closer to this one, so I should be able to do that charge first. Well, it depends if they charge me first. I'm actually in a bit of trouble. They choose to do nothing. Excellent move, I agree. That's the only unit left. You two start chipping away at... Actually, probably that one's going to get killed, and eventually we'll move forward into that one, so maybe this one's the better target? Considering that there's nothing on this side other than the range damage I can churn out, that will really bother it. Goblins. And then you want to use your Primal Fury on this one. Try and get us through in a turn. And just start... We know we're safe because we weren't in raid, so you might as well just try and force them to roll some 1s. 3 1s in fact, there you go. Keep rolling like that, we'll get through you in no time. Right, here we go. The character does nothing. This isn't a particularly potent unit, but as long as we don't roll terribly, we should smash through them. 6 wounds, yeah. Use the Wolf Rider, fine. They get to reroll their save because of Divine Fury, but they're still going. Right, the big one. So I'm power 7 with you, which is crucial. So let's see if I can get through. So 3s, re-rolling. 6 of 6, good. And then a 5 up, 4 up save, so 4 wounds. Good start. Halfway there, and then the spider hits pretty well. Harder to wound because unfortunately you're only power 6. So yeah, all of it. If 1 more power, it would have died with the 3s, but okay, we'll have to make do. I think given a couple of turns, I'll be able to beat it to death. Over here, I'm extremely hopeful you get through the lizard. It's alive on a wound. That's bad. Uh oh, if it holds it, it doesn't. Phew, means I can charge this one without being killed. Okay, I'm going to do this first because then they won't be able to stop me and prevent me from... Otherwise, if I did anything else, they would charge me and I'd be stuck because I can't get any of my bonuses with the charge there. You could flank that. I think that's daft. I'd rather you come back into the back of the skirmishers. Shoot that one. That's all I need to do. This is... I think we're okay because it's only got 4 attacks, so it'd take it forever to chew through. The problem is this unit eventually coming to flank me. I'm definitely going to curse standard right now because I need to do as much damage as possible as possible. They're trying to shoot me here, that's fine. If I kill this, I get a free... It couldn't reorient to face me because there literally isn't enough space, but it changes nothing. I just pass and see what they do, I suppose. Do I want to curse standard this turn? Maybe, maybe not. I think I'd rather just use this one first. Primal Fury ourselves. So I want to use one for this and one for... Do I need the rerolls? Yes, I'd rather guarantee you're not in the way. Rerolls for you. No, you've got backstabbers already, so no rerolls there. And then your power is 3 base, 4 on the charge, 5 with Banner Fury, and then going up from 5 to 6 is irrelevant. So Primal Fury serves no purpose for that unit. We can ignore it. We can just use one for ourselves and save the other one for another time. Act with that this turn, please. Have they... Oh, they've done the best case scenario. They've moved. They're going to go around for an unengaged unit and completely disregard all of these. That's great news for me. Okay. So instead, continue to hit this one. Well, actually start targeting these because you're going to get dealt with in combat. Take a while to get through those. You have no target, good. Shall I use your Curse Standard now? You won't get backstabbers, no rerolls. I think I might as well, because the only thing they're going to do after that is come around here and flank these, and they'll win even without the Curse Standard, so better if I kill immediately without getting delayed. That's not too much of a concern. I have made it difficult to reach them though, which is a bit of a hassle. If they've failed their rally, I put these here. If they've passed their rally test, I can recharge them. If they fail, they'll get out of the way and I can flank them. So let's just have you come over here and help with these instead. No, incredibly short bow range. Alright, we'll have to do it next turn. They are going to keep running. Good to know. That leaves you in a position to... Let's just pass and see what they do. You fail to rally as well. Good, you're off the field. I'd like you to come over here now. Frustratingly, because of those woods, I'm not actually going to be able to reach them. Maybe I can reach the further away one. Yes, I can. I can do that one. They'll get out of the way and I can flank that instead. That leaves you unattended, but somebody will eventually deal with you. Okay, 3 is re-rolling. 5, just need to do 3 wounds. 2 from the character, that's good. That's surely good enough. Got him. Take nothing back. It's really not... They're not great at dealing damage. The Newt Skirmish just won't intercept me by charging there. They'll never take it. They're a ranged unit. They're all dead. Just a couple of walls, but that's okay. I can heal that. Here's this mess. Okay, so the priest kills a goblin. How dare you? Our goblins. 4's re-rolling. 13's kind of low, but fine. Instantly killing it. Excellent. The sheer value of and the number of dice just overwhelming. And you can flank that unit. In fact, great. You have backstabbers. You might as well. Okay, you'll deal with that for me. That one. That one. This went pretty amazingly, I'm going to be honest. So this can be easily kited and tied around. This should all be relatively easy wins. Okay, now I'm going to be forced to make it. You're going to come up here and pester these, so let's chip them down while I have the chance. You're at last getting to range to shoot something. Yes, you can. One with 2 wounds yet, so that's almost got one there. Do I want to Primal Fury something? This is not going to get to fight me at all, so it might just die on its own. If not, me taking a wound in a combat later is really not that much of a scare, so I think I would rather... Primal Fury doesn't achieve anything here. Well, they're only defense 2, actually. So 3 base, 4 on the charge hand weapon, 5 for Banner of Fury. My power is already 3 or more greater than theirs, and I'm already re-rolling. So the Primal Fury spell does no help mathematically, no point there. You've not got Backstabber, so it would help with you. I think I'll use it on this one to free them up, just to get them out of the way, and then eventually somebody will recharge this. Maybe the Spider King will come around, so you just deal with that for me. They'll get stuck in combat there. And am I confident that they might be able to break that, but I don't think I can flee to escape. So in order to save my unit there, I probably have to take a questionable flank charge here. It's a shame we didn't do one more wound. They would have lost 3 attacks and they get 6 into me instead of 3. That's unfortunate. And there's nothing we can really do. Power of many of the Goblin King, his special ability, isn't really that useful because their base discipline is so low. Even if you disregard the penalties, you usually aren't going to make a 5. Might be 6 or 7 because of the ranks, but you typically fail more often than not anyway. Yeah. Little help from Primal Fury. Okay, you managed to lose a Wolf Rider to some skirmishers. Still broke them. See, 5 wounds to get through. So he always rerolls because of True Strike, so pointless there, just a bit of extra damage to the power. Still got the spiders. The lack of power is what holds the spider back against these big monsters. It's only, what, 4 base, that's atrocious. And that's the weakest monster in the game. I can flee, good, I can do that, and I don't have to take the charge, so I can just shoot them. Glad. Annoyingly, that gets into a difficult to deal with position, but more time to shoot them is appreciated. You'll just flank charge those again, don't let them come back. They've also rallied, that's less of a concern. What does suck is that I can't actually draw line of sight to them with you. That's annoying. Fine, what I have to do instead is you just kill those. Just helps with morale crushing. And instead you're going to have to come forward and do that 1 wound of damage that I need you to do. That's good enough. Got him. So between that and rear charging them now so they can't hit me, we're in much better stead. They also rally in case they have to. They won't be able to flee again, they're too close, but we'll be fine. Yeah, whatever. There you go, in case you somehow lose this and run away. That'd be terribly embarrassing. Already dead. 2 wounds from the spider. I take no damage yet. The reroll saves there. Our divine protected giant spider there. And just do this to hold them in place. I suspect after this turn, once they do a bit more wounds, they'll pack it in. Yeah, I'm just going to skip the phase. I'm not really that fussed. Should be fine. 9 hits, not bad. Okay, they've already given up. Well, they're far more effective. It's because of all the... I underestimate how strong they are now with all their upgrades. This unit, not so much. This unit's terrible. Yeah, they actually held. They'd now start pummeling them to death. If they had time, which they don't. So when dealing with Aeolotids, you've got to, like, stage manage quite well. So in advance, think about, what do I have that can... How am a Triceratops? What do I have that can effectively deal with these? The AI making bad decisions and not flanking properly obviously helps, but you've got to be careful. Here, just more attacks. I'm not fussed about anything else. And then this Goblin mob unit. The skill, I think the skill is great because we don't need any more size. That's a big damage increase for them. Makes them harder to hit, and then usually they can hit on maybe 3 sometimes against lower order infantry. So plus 15 is unfortunate to leave, but I need some more Wolf Riders, so put them back. You're fine. 18 of 20 is course fine, you're fine. I'd love Goblin Greed on the short bows. I'm really taking gold. This one, 22. I'm about to go into a shop, and I don't really lose anything for having the extra less guys, so I think I'll take the gold. Yeah, that's fine, because effectively you'd have to lose all of these before you'd actually start sustaining losses, and I guess a rank counts as 5, so you could take 3 more casualties and still have discipline 8 relatively. You get a discipline point for every rank you have, so 1, 2, 3 to there. So you got 3 ablative wounds. 685. Alright, okay, it's an artillery round, I guess, and then we can take a load of upgrades. So the stone thrower, I still argue, is better than the bolt thrower. Well, I guess I'm finally going to buy some flaming ammunition. Otherwise, cruelty for the Goblin King is great. You just make it so that the enemy gets to reroll his hits, and then any saves the enemy make, they have to reroll successes. So it makes them very consistent. Damage upgrades for you would be nice. Unfortunately, that Wolf Rider unit just isn't getting anything. It gets curse damage, which is nice. I appreciate that. Maybe I'll buy the short bows, do some chip damage. Banner of Swiftness for the mob is nice. You can get into position more effectively. And then what, spends 200 on these? Leaving you with 88 for some of these. Yeah, that's not bad. So improve yourselves to damage 6. And then 88 left over. How do I want to spend that? Not on the bows, it's a bit pointless. Banner of Swiftness or Mist on you. Not burning priority. You can buy Shadow Bolt so you can do... They can participate at range and kind of throw out some range damage. It's not a terrible idea. Discipline for Zik isn't particularly useful, so I'm thinking that and that would be the way to go. And then I can either give myself a potion of power, or I can decide I can give myself rerolls and other power from the spell, so I can kind of mix and match. So yeah, I'll do potion of power and a bit of range damage for Gruka here. Good. Managed to use all of our gold. Okay, so we have an extra bolt thrower. It doesn't have any of the... Unfortunately, we haven't taken any recruiter perks, so we don't get any of the free levels like we usually would, but so it's going to be a bit inconsistent relative to the Skulkers here, but the Scamps will do their best, and just some nice upgrades here and there. You're finally I need more levels on those, please. Good, we'll get a level on this fight just before we go into the boss, so maybe I can make them useful. The Doom Swarm Rat. One of the few armies that might outnumber us. Okay, so if I just stick you kind of back here, maybe I'll do them in separate poles so they can crossfire stuff. I like the idea, like we did last time, I'm going to send the spider up the side, because you can basically just beat anything here in a direct fight and then just clean the flank. Here, maybe you in this... well, if you put anything there, you want to flank it and get rid of it, so probably this way around is actually better. I can lure something in and then flank them with... I'd hope you're maybe with Primal Fury or something to help you be powerful enough to break whatever comes charging there. Worth a try, and then you'll take up the centre, your big units. You want to be somewhere you can actually shoot stuff would be ideal like this. Hard to get a shot, but we'll try our best. They have no really scary long-range stuff, we're okay in that regard, so really just Flamers, Alphas, the Monstrosity. This is a pretty easy force to deal with. Yet they'll eventually come around and get flanked, so I would rather shoot something else, honestly, but I'm not going to have anything get to you in time. Start chipping away at them. I'll save your spells, because there's surely better options later. Just pass. They have no range things that can actually bother me, so just ignore them. I think the Alphas actually have better movement than I do, so I'm going to have the Stone Throws chip away at this Monstrosity. The one thing I don't really want to fight head on. Yet we're now power 6, so it saves on 4s rather than 3, so extra wounds going through. I don't think you can reach him, so the Flamers are a perfectly good target. Yeah, being power 6 means they're 5. If it was still power 5, they would be saved. Oh no, okay. I was about to say they'd be saved on 5+. No, they're only defense 2. They're still bad, so it makes no difference there, but it'll be useful later on. Otherwise, I'm not particularly fussed, I'll be honest. I'm just going to hold this turn. Can I get into combat this turn if I wanted? I could. How much damage would I take? They have 3 attacks each, 3, 6, 9, 12. Hitting on 4, so they get 6 hits on average. They'll be power 6 against defense 6, which means they get a 4-up save re-rolling. So 3. I take 1.5 wounds. I'd like to flank them if I had the choice. I'm not quite going to be able to pull it off though, am I? They're 2. If I just stall for a bit, I could probably do it. I'm just going to wait. Yeah, just wait here. They'll eventually give me what I want in this direction. Just wait a bunch. I've got range superior on. Okay, that unfortunately has gotten close enough such they're able to reach me, so I'll have to do something about that now. Can I get... Has that moved forward yet? Try and look for the... They have one... That's the only unit that hasn't moved, so yes, that has already moved. So I should, in theory, be able to get my way into there. Flank and kill the Monstrosity, thereby saving my mob. You're definitely dead in a second. And everyone else is fine where you are. You'll have to kill this and then flee, of course, because you don't want to take any of these on in a straight fight. Yeah, that's perfect for me. Just get slightly out of the way so I can... Or would you be better off? I'm just contemplating I want to try and shoot that, because I don't think I can get into range of it with this unit, I'm afraid. I want to do 1 wound to it without having to waste a stone throw a volley, but I don't think I can. Ah well. Just do it now before it gets to bother me. Yeah, you're going to have to flee from that unit, of course. Do I want to use this now? Probably. It's very tough and I don't want to risk being stuck here, so let's definitely kill it. You're going to make this hard for me to flank you, aren't you? I'll do a couple turns of shooting and then hit them. Because then it'll reduce it just reduces the likelihood of me sustaining, getting unlucky and get a really bad roll and taking a lot of damage that maybe I otherwise don't need to take. Primal Fury something, they're already re-rolling. 3 base, 4 on the charge, 5 with the Banner of Fury. The extra power to 6 would mean they wound on 4+, but realistically with only 3 wounds I think it's a bit of a waste. They should just kill it anyway, until we can serve the spell. Let's just pass now, see what they do. Good, I know where you've landed, so that means I can safely do this without being intercepted. Just want to make sure, I need to be able to draw a straight line from there to there without hitting the terrain, which we can do, that's cake. Start coming over here and shooting through these guys. I would prefer the sculptors, but we'll just take that while we can. Against low order units like this, even these can do good range damage. You can even participate magically. And it just leaves you. Do I want to fight these head on? I mean, if I have more, if I can buy more time just withdrawing, I'm going to shoot them. Scores 17, that's more than enough to kill it. Get to 5 wounds. I will take, so it's a monster, I'll take damage back, but fine, I'm just going to retreat when they charge. Defeat those easily enough. And you're going to flee. Hopefully that way would be convenient. Everyone. Okay, that's the wrong way. You've landed in a terrible spot. Alright, have they given me the flank there? Oh, thank you. I deeply appreciate it. Good, I can kill you basically free of charge. Do I need to Primal Fury anything? Yes, this one, because it doesn't have backstabbers. It's their damage output. Okay, that's also just a free flank, but I need to see what other stuff does. Let's try and rally you first. Oh, they do, that's amazing. That means I can flee again if I get charged. I don't know what you're trying to do there. Unfortunately, I think I'm doomed because they're going to be able to... I think you've just gotten into range with that unit. Yeah, so they're going to be able to rear and back charge me, so I'm basically doomed there. Get rid of the Ratkin for me. Okay. I don't think there's anything I can do to stop it, I'm afraid. Probably the best target for those is the Skulkers. If I can do a double volley into those, really reduce their numbers just so I don't take such horrendous losses. Oh, perfect time to get level 6 there, I appreciate it. I can almost eliminate the unit. Double 1, not good. Yeah, okay. The lower level one ends up doing more damage, of course it does. I'd love for you to get an extra volley into those, but I don't think I can quite fit through. No, I can't. I'd have to escape doing this. So obviously getting the extra shots into you would be grand, because then I can probably kill those 4. I have to move to over, like here, say. I could do it and then just suck up being charged by this, but no, I think the Wolf Riders are on their own. Start skirmishing with this unit, you can easily kill it off before it gets to bother you. Oh, I had my extra spell, never mind, I missed it. Ah, well. And then you, okay. What I could have done is I could have moved there, shot them, and then used this one to intercept this unit. I think you'll be busy killing this one, though. Oh well. 15 attacks, 12 hits, that's more than enough to kill some Ratkin Alphas. They do nothing in return, and they're gone. Oh, uh-oh. I didn't realise that they would be in range. Oh, okay, I should have absolutely charged that one. Right, that's a bit of a headache. Do you want to just flee them at this point? I think it's better than taking the damage yet, and then you can easily defeat them with that unit. So just distract those. You're going to get charged and killed, I'm afraid I can't stop it. No, they haven't charged me yet. Maybe I can pull off a flee here. They haven't charged me. I guess it doesn't count. Maybe they just can't reach. It's a kind of dissection of the bubble. Good, you can get away with it. Lucky you. I think both of these are going to go straight off the field, aren't they? Yeah. We can kill that one easily enough. You can defeat that. That's more of a hassle for me. There's nothing I can do about that now. You'll defeat those anyway, so I'm less concerned. You'll defeat these, at which point you come over here and kill that for me. So maybe you getting rid of that to start is a good idea. Double 3 again. Excellent. There you go. Fantastic consistency from our stone thrower. That can't engage us while we're stuck in combat, don't worry about it. I'm going to shoot this. Now, spells-wise, you're already power 3, 4 of them happen, 5 from the Fury, and only defense 2, so they're already saving on 6+, and they've already got backstab, so they're already rerolling, so no point using Primal Fury there, just use your damage output on this. Chieftain. Oh, that's really good news for me, because there's one normal rat left alive. When I shoot them again next turn, it will use the stats of the little conscript, so defense 3. If that one was dead, it would then use the stats of the chieftain who's defense 5, so it'd be much harder to cut through his wounds, but effectively he's going to be our Trojan horse for slipping wounds through that maybe we don't otherwise deserve. You are going to conserve this because I think you're going to need it when that charges you. And over here, well, I'd love for you to shoot that one really, rather than the... Can't angle a shot, can I? No, it doesn't count. It's clearly in the unit, but it's never going to quite give it to me. Just trying to wiggle tricks, so sometimes if you do this and try a bunch of times, it'll eventually let you through, but alas, I'm afraid not. Yeah, maximum damage, which is nice. And then you, I'm going to... Ooh, Primal Fury or Potion of Power. Okay, let's have a look. So, Primal Fury only allows the spider to reroll, which is appreciated, but doesn't do as much damage, whereas if I used Potion of Power, his Zizik would go from 5, 6 because of the Great Weapon. Yeah, 5 base, up to 6 because of the Great Weapon, and they're only defense 4. So, Primal Fury will make me 7, which is 3 or more, so that's good enough. It gets his power over. So it's a question between either giving Zizik 1 extra attack or allowing the spider to reroll all of its attacks. I think it's more effective to do it this way around. Threes, rerolling. Okay, still manages. And then 6s, and they have to reroll their successes now, so he's incredibly consistent. Take a wound, fine, we'll heal it for free. Over here, you'll easily win this one. Yep. Don't, you take casualties in return. So they're going to try. Honestly, I might just flee here because I can. They're going to run off the field, but there's nothing to stop me from just sending the spider over to kill them. You'll kill this, and then I can just bombard these before they can pester me. Yeah, why take the damage unnecessarily? Let's just get away from them. So I can just twist that to get out of range, which is convenient. Unfortunately, I was afraid of that. They're going to get up here and volley me. I'm not going to die, so I'm at effectively full damage output. I don't care. You just sort of get out of the way a touch. Safe. Halfway there already. I'm going to trust that you can kill this. One move. That's the worst case scenario. Now the chieftain's at full strength. It's going to take a lot longer to get through him now. Or not. 1 wound left. Do I want to just let him charge me? I guess so. Because he'll enter a duel with my shaman, which doesn't really matter. I'm curious to see how that interaction... I can't possibly take any damage, so I'm going to allow that charge to happen and see what transpires. You're going to keep running, that's good news. Just ignore you and instead kill those. Dead. They're going to come back, that's fine. You can just get hit by that in a second. I'm going to have you run this way. Eventually catch those. I've got an extra turn to get there, so we're definitely safe. Engage in glorious one-on-one combat. I don't care about any of those. That's fine. Oh no, they're coming for me. Just get rid of those ones. They're already routing anyway, it's not even going to matter. He's used Deadly Strike to double his wounds output. The only thing he can do is kill our character, who isn't going to matter anyway. Come around this way. So I can definitely get there. I was just curious to see if I can get a rear rather than a flank. It would be a rear charge. There you go. Perfect. It all worked out. Make them fearless. Brave Goblin Shaman. Pressing buttons now. Let's just get through this. Just want to see how this goes. We have Primal Fury on a set. Why not? Give him rerolls and some extra power. Common Gruka, I believe in you. Grolku's boss. He hits all 3 times, and he does 6 wounds instantly killing me because they're all doubled. So we're definitely dead. Question is, can I kill him back? No. But the unit gets to hit him. Despite the fact it's a duel, I actually still get the damage output from the unit. So you see, the shaman died, I'm using air quotes with my fingers, but it's just going to heal back to full anyway. There's no actual loss. That's unfortunate, but 3 of 5, 1 of 5, 5 of 5, all exactly the same, so whatever, just take the gold. They'll just passively heal 1 every battle anyway. And the spider leveled again. More attacks, yes please. Just love killing things. And then this unit, come on, something decent. Okay, well, at least we can start getting some unit size. We can start getting them up to snuff here. Stopping for backstabbers, but never mind, we'll take 8 of 8 as an increase. We're about to go into the boss now, so maybe I'll prioritize a bit of strength over buying unit stuff. You're obviously full HP. Yeah, I think so. I think it's time to be scared and actually get... Well, you're obviously fine. And then this one, it's likely that the Goblin Mob is going to have to do quite a bit of fighting, so I'm going to give them the extra wounds. Good. That puts me in that kind of state. Stretch this out. More damage, please. Harder to flank stuff, but I'd rather you actually... When you do hit things, I want you to actually win. Good, okay. Act 2 boss, here we go. Silver Host. Bit tricky for us, I think that's elves and dwarves, so lots of range damage output, lots of high defense units. It's going to be a bit of a hassle to cut through. You can go through there without interruption, which is good. You're the mightier one, so if I've got the spider on that side, I want the stronger goblin spider on that side. And then maybe just you in the kind of central positions here. Give you an avenue to shoot across and do some damage. Okay, so we have fast eagles, some bolt throwers at the back. The shooting isn't too bad, actually. Really just that dragon's going to come forward, it's going to be a nuisance. I want to try assassinate. If I can pick off the eagles, I can then easily flank the chariot, and then you can get onto those and clean that flank easily. This flank's more of a hassle with the lancers and the dragon together. Am I willing to just pass some turns and let those bolt throws do whatever damage they want? Probably, they'll just pick this and achieve nothing anyway. You can try and kill that eagle. That's a good first volley. Yep, dead in one. Don't care about your silly infantry units. You're not liable to kill this one, I'm afraid, because of your lower damage output, but worth a try. Maybe between those and the shaman. Halfway there. Just pass now. Yes, they're going to shoot me. I'm not fussed. Well, the only thing they can target is this one, so if I just get you out of the way, I'd have to get you far enough forward such that you can reach that. I think I can do it without getting into charge range. I also want to move further this way because I can escape the bolt throwers radius by doing this. As far forward as I can go. I don't think I'm still not in range to shoot them, sadly. Although the radius I'm seeing is the eagles, so if I get the shot off and I kill them, I don't actually have to care. So it's a gamble. I could be brave goblins and I could do this and rush right up here, get out of range of everything, take my shot between the volley and the shadow bolt. Surely that's enough to do it. You'd think so, wouldn't you? Because the only thing left will be that one, which probably won't target you. Let's risk it. Come on. 3 is terrible. That's a laughably low roll. Oh, it's got 1 move left. All comes down to... No, the shadow bolt's out of range. It's even shorter range. I didn't know. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Fine, you got me there. Just... Then. I've got no options. I've got no chip damage left to... Because I didn't buy the short bows on the Goblin Wolf Riders. Oh, that's... I should have done it. They're making a genius play and targeting that unit. That's annoying. I'd rather you targeted those. I forgot that's the only thing they could see. Okay, well that was obvious. In fact, I could just ignore them for a turn, so maybe I'll have the wolves kill that instead. I can then shoot that with this and this. Right, this doesn't neglect this flank. Right, can I get there to catch the dragon? So they'll be able to see me, but I think I can position in such a way that they won't be able to legally do the charge because they can't draw a straight line to me. So let's be clever here. Let's be right up here, beyond the range of the lancers. So the problem is it counts as a side charge, which means they only have to get into there. I kind of want to get into that slot and twist more like this. There, this works. So that's what I wanted. So as long as their majority front, well, it depends on who gets the charge first, me or them. I can't escape their radius entirely. I should be able to get up there in such a way that prevents them from getting their charge. What am I talking about though? See, that's front arc, so they'd have to legally draw a line from there to there, which annoyingly I think they can still just about do. So it all depends on who charges first. As long as it's me, I can do this. If it's not, I'm going to go straight into a deep guard dwarf foreman unit, which is extraordinarily miserable. Right there, a bit further forward. Nope. No, I didn't angle that correctly. It'll be like 16.9 instead. So that works, but I can't get them. I was just piddling with it to see if I can get far enough such that I can save me from being. That's now majority. So it's either the majorities in that side, or I'm close enough for them to legally declare their blasted charge. Oh, hang on, no, I'm doing this inversely. This is my arc. So mine starts here. I'm just trying to figure out what mine would be for the purposes of them charging me. So it's obviously side arc for me, so surely it would be a side charge for them, wouldn't it? I don't think that works. Now it's majority front. There's no way they can get to my side. It's weird to figure this out. I'm trying to imagine that's front and they can't legally do it, I don't think. I don't know if this works. I'm really struggling to understand, like, mentally image how this would work. So, I'm in their side arc. I would be in... It'd be majority front arc, because mine would split out of there and go like this. So it'd definitely be the front. I think that works. Okay, you got to there. Well done. I can't stop you. I guess I could use the spider. I'll use you. Well, it's a waste of the spider's turn, but I'll have you kill the chariots. I'll have the spider deal with your one wound there. I got close enough to be barbecued by the flame, and that was dumb. But fine, I think it's worth it to catch the dragon. 2 units left. And no ranged output. You could come over here, and if the dragon's stuck, you might be able to hit those miners for me. Yep. Those not to. And you're going to get pinned in place, so just save my poor archers, please. No ranged output, which to finish it off. I mean, shall I just leave the archers to take the fight? They'll beat it to death in the combat. Oh, who cares? Just have the spider do it. So this goes. Frustratingly, they went first. Anything else, and I would have been fine. I have no. How can they legally perform the charge? Apparently, they can just about see me there. That's incredible. So they just about thread the needle, and they can somehow phase. How they're gonna pop through here and land on this side, aren't they? I could run, which is embarrassing. But that means I think the dragon's free to flank charge me there, which is not going to be good. Yeah. Okay, well that went as badly as it could. Cheating dwarves. Yeah, they just fly through it. They use shield wall, so they're completely invincible. This is going to go really badly on this flank now, where it could have been easy for me. Just hold on to that for a turn. You're going to kill that, so use your power of many this turn, because I want them to hold. I don't particularly care about that. Don't get stuck on this unit either. It's just my things trapped here. Can you escape even? Not really, I haven't got the move speed for it. I guess the best bet for you would be if I get to charge first, and that one in the side. Well, you'll be free to move in theory, so you could take one of these on. I can flee the spears from that one. I can have you charge that, which should at least, if I can move you up close enough to get out of their charge radius, and then flank them. Problem is he's going to get in the way. I need to be able to draw line of sight here, of course. I can't block my own charge. So that works. It gets me, but the problem is I don't know if I can complete. It would be a flank, so I would have to draw line of sight to there, which I believe would work. Yeah, that should be okay. So you flank that, and then you draw them out. Now it's just these at the back. Just going to shoot and do some more damage. Those wretched lancers are quite intimidating. Okay, let's do this one first then. I want to see where they go. They're just going to kill you. Fine, nothing I can do about it. I'll chip these down so when I do hit them, even my short bows can prevail in combat. Find favour on you, +1 skill and reroll your tests. You're going to win anyway, guys, spoiler alert. This is going to go terribly, because they get to reroll all of their saves, so it's 2 ups rerolling. I was basically never going to do damage. They hold, which is hilarious, so okay, you can draw some attention. That dies instantly, that's good. I'll just get away from that one. Over here, I'm just hopeful that you hold on. I lose 4 to the dragon. Okay, 4, but I have full morale. Yeah, okay, we would have been fine even without the... Now I can use Curse Standard and kill it. This This is the most dead eagle in the world. No, none return, so I should be able to complete my plan here. Right. Yeah, that works. So I probably want... I need to see what that does first. So how do I want to sequence this? I need to do this first, because if I don't, they'll do that, and then I won't have any means of charging that and dealing with it. So let's lock you in place. You're going to go for... Interesting. That's not what I anticipated. But I guess I can flee you instead, rather than that one. It amounts to the same for me, because they can't engage anything. Honestly, that works out fine as well. And you're screwed over there. I'm afraid I can't help you. You can flank those instead. You're going to take a bolt throw for your troubles, but it's worth it. Try and rally those. Nope, not interested. Definitely want to use this now to defeat that in combat. Right, you're going to get bolt throwed. Both of you are going to shoot that to stop so they can't keep racing towards you. Your abilities. Do you want to... I can define... I think I can trust that you'll just win this anyway. Then you get 4 attacks sitting on 3s, and I do amazing consistency winning. So I think I would prefer the dragon definitely be dead this turn. The extra power also isn't terrible. Won't help me because it's 4 and I don't get any of the benefits to charging, so it's defense 5, still saves on 3+. Yeah, I know. Take a Wolf Rider. Still recharging your blasted spearman, you can't stop me. There you go. I think that one already shot, so I'm not at risk of it hitting me. Divine Favour on themselves again. That just leaves the stone throws at the back here. Fortunately, you're actually in a position not to get charged, so even if I don't eliminate this unit, you're still safe for a turn. A modicum of luck, that's them dead. Yes, perfect. I've effectively abandoned this unit at this point. They're too tough. They're getting 2-up saves because of their whole masterwork armor thing. Here, I'm very hopeful the goblins, by sheer weight of numbers, will drag this one down. 21, 16 hits, but it gets a 3-up save. It's still dead. Still takes 7 wounds. Good. Over here, reroll. Very good. So you get your... and then it's 5s for them, but rerolling. So he does 5 on his own. And the spider. There's another 5. Yep, that's more than good enough. Even with their good morale, that'll be... It's too much to ask a unit of Dwarf Warriors. I really want this unit to rally, specifically so I get my Primal Fury charges back. Anything else to do? I'll start dealing with these bolt throws. You aren't going to reach me yet, but you are, so... Try and rally that. Yes, excellent. Not going to happen this turn, but next turn I can use Primal Fury. They're going to shoot you and do nothing. Ha 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 ha. Probably want to Primal Fury those, because they don't have backstabbers. You want to start shooting at these. Good idea, I think. Double 1, excellent work. 6-5. The greatest volley ever. Choose to kill 1 short bow. I'm not questioning your decision making. Is there anything you can legally target that matters? I suppose that bolt throw would be the best target, but I can't thread the needle there. Oh, you've got to be kidding. Clearly visible, guys. Come on, just figure it out. There we go. Gotcha. 4 wounds. Good. I can shoot it and kill it next turn. That one's going to be shot to death. Ooh, you might have given me a flank there. It might be difficult to wiggle because of that wood slowing me down so much, but I can give it a go. No, they've got too much movement. They can see just a bit too much. Again, it will come down to who gets to charge first, and it's always... Well, it'll be them, because the last charge was me doing that flank. So you could do that, you flank, but then this unit will catch you. You're better off this turn, stalling. Well, this unit can... Hang on, what can I do with the spider? Can the spider get around here and reach those? I don't know if they've... Has that unit tried to rally it? I didn't see. It probably will, which means I have to recharge them with the spider anyway in order to hold them in place. Yeah, I'm just going to lame it out and stall here, try and get you away from all their charges. Like so, is okay. For now, yeah. No, they haven't actually tried the rally test yet. It does rally, it was basically guaranteed to work, so fine. Primal Fury, that one. I need them broken. I can recharge those. Just find where you are. Pause. Very little attacks. That should be good enough. Yep. I was worried for a moment you'd block my charge there, but no, we got away with it. Hold those in place. Anything else I want to do? Not particularly. Got to contend with that fast unit of lancers at some point. I've been ignoring it for a while because they're tied together, supporting one another. My plan of shooting through to hit that obviously isn't happening anymore, so start hitting those instead. That's more like it. 3/10 of the way there. Who are you shooting? Oh no. Didn't charge them into it. Fine, you can turn around and kill these, I guess. Do you want to use an ability now? Net something or potion of power? I don't particularly want to be stuck. I guess you want to save it for when you inevitably engage those in combat, which will be shortly, so again you should be fine to break that in a turn. Please stop killing my poor wolves. Oh, that's just terrible. Fine, go charge the one with 1 wound. You can please win that one. Good, I know where they've landed. I'm hopeful now. They've positioned badly enough that they've separated such that I can get the charge on those without being blocked by these. Where's their... I think that's not quite good enough, I'm afraid. Can't see them there. 0.5 maybe? That seems to work at 0.7. That works, but I'm highly concerned that I haven't quite escaped their radius, so let's just go the minimum, so 6.8. Need to get this just right. Go further and twist more. Further and twist more. No, that didn't work. What if I came further down this way and just ran forward? No, that clearly doesn't work. It's not quite there either. Quite going to save me. I think that's okay, so I'm clearly not touching them. I can draw line of sight. I don't know if the game's going to let me get away with that. We'll just fiddle around with this a bit, see if I can get a really precise one that I know works. Go forward 0.2-ish. I can definitely see them there. Can they see me? I don't know. I genuinely don't know if that can be spotted, so again we'll do it the safe way. What if I go further this way instead? This has me walking through terrain more. I think I'm definitely visible there if you follow that. Oh, I can't see because my own unit is... No, there you go. I can see the blue there. The blue is there. I'm clearly not touching it and I can clearly see them. Good, that's worked. You're now free. You're going to get charged and hit, so I'll instead have you start chipping away at Wretched Deep Guard. One of the few things I have that can hurt them with high power. They've rallied already, so good to know. Instead, go out this way and escape them. Primal Fury something. Not particularly. You'll win all of these. I want to conserve them for now. You're going to charge. Well, you get backstabbers anyway. Power would make them power 6, which would matter, so I want to save it for when I do that. Kill them in a turn. And then 1 Primal Fury left. Well, if I use Potion of Power on you instead, I can just instead use it this turn on this to definitely not get stuck here. So 1 use for them, and you can help yourself. Okay. Do well, please. Yeah, because me re-rolling everything and them re-rolling everything negatively basically guarantees a positive result. You've allowed a goblin mob to flank a hypermobile unit of heavy cavalry. Well done, guys. Leave it off because I'm going to have you deal with this. You know, bolt throw it for your trouble, but so be it. That's terrible positioning because I can then, when they break inevitably and run away, I can just flank you again. Okay, so in that case you might want to come around and kill that one instead. All the ranged stuff can just kill you. I'm gonna get shot, but I think I get to reroll my save. There you go, no damage. Divine protection, hurrah. Level 1. Actually, 1 and a 3, better. And then you are just going to come out here and then get there and then turn. Safe. All 3 of these, my little range team here, going to deal with those. They, I said, would benefit from the Primal Fury charge because of the power increase. It gets me up to 6, so go for it. Break them immediately. Maybe you'd rather have saved that for those, because it being 6 against those is even more useful. Eliminate that for me. I don't care if he rallies. We already saw you didn't. And you do 1 wound to a bolt thrower. Nope. It's a draw. Well, at least you're not being shot to death anymore. And he hits. Good. Okay, well, I think it was a good idea to use the power this time, because even then we didn't do a whole lot. You deal with that. You charge those in the side. They're all good. Good, come forward. So my plan here, I'm going to shoot these all 3 again, and then when they charge you, I'm just going to flee you off, and then that'll give me another 2 turns of shooting with these, and you'll definitely be dead. Although I do need to do something about these dwarf warriors, because if they hold, they end up going to flanking you. Let's see how much damage I can do with these 2, and if I can save my shot for that one instead. Not a lot, must be said. That's better. So just stand there far enough such that I think we have the same movement, or there or thereabouts, so that should be good enough to get me off the field and safe. You... Sure, whatever, just don't get stuck here. They do rally this turn, so I do need to shoot them. Can I shoot them with both? I could in theory, so let's do this one first. Fairly important I actually get through all of these this turn. Uh-oh. I now can't reach with that one. Is that how that's going to work? That's not good. You got me there, 1 dwarf warrior. Oh, that's extraordinarily bad. If they don't break, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. That's about as worse as that could have gone. That one. Okay. Fine, we can deal with this, and then we might end up taking a lot of casualties on the mob that we otherwise don't need to. You will last defeat that, and just charge you straight into the next one. You can't actually reach, so don't worry about it. This is an extraordinarily dead bolt thrower. Kind of overcommitment of resources up there, but I just didn't want it constantly shelling me. The character does nothing. I do some damage, but again, if I had an extra use of Primal Fury, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 extra casualties. Ah, they're going to hold now, aren't they? Oh, if we did 1 more wound, we would have... Now you're... Oh, that's terrible. Yep, misplays on my part. Just let them charge me and run. You're going to die. All the wounds I'm about to sustain on that poor goblin mob. This is perhaps one of the messiest Act 2 bosses I've ever fought, but it works in the end. All of those dead. If you want to... But I guess the best option for you would actually be having that one charge it. Stay out of the radius of this, please. Can't quite get to the side arc of that one without being... Oh, no, that's fine. You can at least try and help there. And you come over here and kill this one for me. Hold on, goblin mob. Don't take too much damage. Yeah, they do nothing without the charge, I'm afraid. Oh no, if they break and lose morale, they're going to completely disintegrate. Okay, get away with it once. Yeah, routing this turn. If you can hold on for 1 more, maybe sending you in will give us the combat res we need not to... Now, it would be a better choice for me to charge that one, because it's easier to do damage than having to chew through their masterwork armor, so go kill that. If you can just do enough such that I don't lose the combat, I might not. If they fail morale, I'll lose all 18 and go down to 0, which is... It's going to take so long to replenish versus just having to press it once and basically being full HP. Because yeah, what's scuppering me is that these are masterwork armor, so defense 5, they save on 3 ups, and then improve their save by 1 over whatever it should be, so they're saving on 2 up. Basically doing nothing to them. I'm just gonna... You've definitely moved. This doesn't matter anymore. I'm just gonna put in that. There you go, I used everything. Cross fingers, everyone. I need to win this combat. Hit the character gets 1. They roll a 1. That might help. Okay, I lose. Just do 1 wound here and we're okay. No! Alright, please pass your morale, I beg. Was that the unit? Oh, that's great. I don't care if you run. You're free to escape because you're not trapped. But the brave goblins held on. Oh, I love you so much. Pure courage in goblin form. The Zizix scavengers. Mwah. Shaman leveled. Hey, the superior. So you can upgrade the spell. So instead of giving +1 power, it now gives +2, which is great. Changes some breakpoints here and there. The short bows accompanying them leveled. I'm going to take the greed. Reroll ones is nice and all for the damage up, but that's not what they're for. I'm basically pressing this. Although we're nearing the end of the campaign now, so how many fights really would I benefit from that? Not a lot, but whatever. I mean, these are better for combat prowess, but what do we care? We're a goblin. Just keep pressing the gold button. You're healthy enough such that you're still combat viable at this point, so that's okay. We can fix you later. All fighters leveled. I was rather hoping for more replenishment because it's actually kind of difficult to replenish these, but fine. 11 is good enough, so we'll go with skill 4. Because they only get 2 to 3 each, so it's going to take a while to get up to full size. Same problem here. Okay, the stone thrower gets its own backstab is hilarious. No thanks. We'll just take the extra damage, or gold rather. And this stone thrower, hey, there we go, the one I wanted. Oh, but this is the one that has no, remember, it has no actual upgrades for damage output, so I need you to actually focus on the veteran upgrades. So again, this proposition, crew and accuracy, I think I was told it was reroll 1s as I recall, isn't it? I mean, it's pretty close. It's not too much of a hassle either way. The bit where I make Minecraft villager noises while thinking about it. I think I'm just going to go with the reroll 1s. Although, reroll 1s should be the better option, but I'm noticing throughout this campaign, I'm fairly confident the reroll mechanics are like not quite there in terms of pure averages. So I'm just going to go with the slightly worse crew, because it doesn't cheat. And then you're healthy, you're +20, that's outrageous. Artillery pieces are usually restricted in the amount of gold they generate, but no, not when you just keep taking goblin perks on them. Yeah, Act 3, we made it through to the final act. Thank you very much for watching. Go ahead and stop there. We're in pretty good nick. We'll get some higher numbers later as we pop through. We'll just fight through this and we'll face the true final boss. Thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed. If so, please do like and subscribe. It massively helps out the channel. I appreciate it. Always feels lovely. And it does allow the chance for people who otherwise would never see SOVL, because it has no marketing team. The only reason I know it exists is because of YouTube videos randomly popping up. So maybe you pressing the button will cause somebody else to see the game and fall in love. Or if you just want to chat with me and others down in the comment section, that's great too. Thank you very much. I'll see you next time.